Hello everyone, this is Maryann here, revealing light, tarot, astrology and spirituality. Wherever you are in the world, a huge shout out to you. A big welcome to you all, and also to those new subscribers. Thank you for joining the channel. You'll find a variety of readings here, from astrology through to channeling, through to mediumship. When I get when I recover my health, I'll do some channeling and see who we can bring through again. And also political tarot. I do support democracy, and yes, I am no fan of anyone who tries to overturn fair elections. Read that into it as you will. If you, after having said all that, you still want to join me, then welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to start with Alexei Navalny, as many of you will already know, because I can see it coming through the comments section. You know that Russia has announced that he has died. Well, they're not going to announce that he was murdered, but he was imprisoned unfairly simply because he opposed Putin. This is what happens in dictatorships. They imprison, incarcerate their opposition who have not committed any crime, and then eventually, of course, they murder them. As we know in Russia, there's a huge history of those who oppose Putin suddenly falling out of windows. Well, Alexei Navalny was a high profile opposition leader, so he wasn't pushed out of the window. Instead, he was incarcerated on bogus charges, and now we know that he has died. Now, I predicted that over a year ago, and I'm sorry to say that every time anyone asked me to read on him, I just didn't have the heart to do it, because I knew that he was going to die in prison. He was going to be assassinated. So we'll look at Navalny's death, and if there's been protesters arrested for leaving a shrine to Navalny. Navalny's wife, I want you to watch her, because in a reading that I did a year ago, I said that the person that succeeds Putin will be connected to Navalny, whether it's his wife or somebody else. I do believe a woman will be instrumental in leading opposition against Putin. And of course, we have a number of scenarios as well. Another well-known TV personality who opposes the war in Ukraine wanted to stand for the presidency in the upcoming rigged elections. Of course, she has now been restrained as well, not allowed to stand. In fact, he doesn't allow anyone to stand against him. And yes, opposition is increasing to Putin in Russia, and I have chased down many well-researched, credible articles from mainstream press that actually are documenting what is going on inside Russia. Okay, so we'll look at Navalny. We'll look at the nuclear weapon, or the nuclear-powered weapon, I should say. That was interesting. I knew nothing about it except what Senator Turner in the US had come out and said, that Russia was developing some kind of nuclear weapon, had to do with space. I did some clairvoyance on it, and I said that it was something that was able to fly, able to in other words, stealth, able to evade detection, and was designed to take out defense systems in space. And of course, I think that's sort of like what we're looking at. Whether or not he's launching a nuclear weapon in space, an actual nuclear weapon, or as many credible sources are saying, it's more likely to be a nuclear-powered weapon to jam or fry satellites, global satellites. Now, that would take out communications, i.e. A lot of defensive systems, as well as everything else. And of course, we know that he would do that. He would keep that up his sleeve as a way of blackmail. we'll look at that. I then want to go to the New York fraud case against the ex-president, Donald Trump, and of course, as predicted, the judge brought the hammer down, threw the book at him. Huge fine, $354 odd million, barred from operating his business for 3 years. His son's Freudian slip, tax evasion and fraud. Also fined, I think it was $4 million, and also not able to do business in New York for 2 years. The court-appointed monitor, a very highly respected judge, stays monitoring. The ex-president can't even, as they say, sign a check without running it by her. This is absolutely... I think when I pulled those cards, I did that over Christmas, and then I went away on a break and released it toward the end of January. These predictions were in there, and we're starting to see what I was predicting, and that is the downfall, complete and utter downfall of this person. Okay, and yeah, we see how much time we've got, but I would like to look at whether or not the Russian frozen funds, I think it's about $3 billion in all, will go to Ukraine. Now, Europe holds some of these frozen funds, and the US does as well. My feeling has been for a while that Biden, current president of the US, Joe Biden, will actually find a way to get these frozen Russian assets to Ukraine, and I think Europe is already making moves as well to do that. So let's have a look. Now, Ukraine has signed a 10-year security pact with both France and Germany, and so those of you who are worried, the world has not abandoned Ukraine. As much as Russian sycophants would like to have you believe, it hasn't at all. Okay, so let's go. I'm using the Legacy of the Divine Tarot, and then I'll move into the Kabbalistic Tarot by Eugene Vinitsky. Okay, so let's start with Alexei Navalny. And for those of you who don't know what I do on this channel, when I do political tarot, I look at the news as it happens, and I do my interpretations, and a lot of them come true. Not all, though. I'm fallible. I'm human, and I make mistakes. Often what I'm being given, the human part of me may misinterpret it. The other thing, I always like to put a disclaimer in that timing, it's in divine timing. All right, Navalny, let's take a look. Alexei, such a pillar of a man. I mean, he it's very striking. And so, regardless of whatever you think of his politics, so brave to be attacked and poisoned with nerve gas, and then to survive that and re-enter Russia, knowing that he was going to likely be imprisoned and killed. I cannot think of another example of such bravery in this current day and age. Okay, I'm sure there are, but he's standing out right now to walk right back into the mouth of the enemy, knowing that he'd be likely put to death. So Alexei Navalny, show me. It was always an uphill battle for him. He was always almost fated, as I said, to suffer this kind of ending. I feel that I'm seeing a one stripe. It's the army here, perhaps responsible for his death. I see that they have disposed of his body already. That's why they're not handing that over. And I'm just seeing one stripe of, so it is the army or the prison guard or the army. It must be the army for me to see that that sign. It's like an upside down V. So his body's already, they're not going to give his body back. I think it's already been disposed of. His mother has already gone and they're not letting him into the prison. Alexei Navalny. Oh, God. Okay. Alexei Navalny. Yeah, so he was murdered in prison, so that I'm seeing that, and tortured as well. And in fact, he'd probably, I think it was, I don't know why suddenly that Putin decided to do this, to show his brute strength, to ward off other opposition, and that is the truth, that he has. The truth of the matter, as I see it in my mind's eye, is that this was done at this time to ward off other opposition, as an example to other opposition to him. This is what will happen to you. Okay, so you want to really ask the question whether Putin murdered him. Did Putin have him murdered? I mean, this seems to be redundant. Page of Cups, and then we get the Eight of Wands, something being done. I feel that a younger person was instrumental in the actual killing of him. I'm seeing that younger kind of, I don't know, in ranking. And the Eight of Wands being the news coming very, very quickly. Now we have here the Lovers card. Again, I go back to his wife. She will be a force in coming weeks and months inside Russia, as she speaks out as well. Does he imprison her too? But I also see those that would oppose him sending a message to him. We have the King of Cups in the past. I'm not sure of Navalny's what star sign he was, but this is great wisdom, and in a way sacrifice. We get here the Ace of Swords, the truth emerging, and this is clarity as well. Great clarity will come from this one event. We get the Knight of Swords, a lot of truth emerging. We're actually going to hear something shortly. There's going to be some more news regarding his death. We have here the Ten of Wands, which is what I saw in my mind's eye, and this is heavy. This is an ending of a cycle. It's like his death, along with the mothers of dead soldiers who are marching and protesting, along with other opposition leaders who are protesting. This is heavy lifting for Putin at this time. And we get here the King of Swords in the environment around. So Putin is creating hardship for many in Russia at this time, whether it's economically. Yes, their economy has nosedived. Yes, their freedoms have been taken away. This is a dictatorship, and a fairly brutal dictatorship as well. However, at this time, his power is, he's still in power, obviously, but we get the Ten of Wands, which is, really taking on too much. I cannot control all of this. It's like a dam bursting or starting to break. The walls are starting to break. The Ten of Cups in the hopes and fears. This is families, Russian families. Mars in Pisces. They know what has occurred here, and they fear. He wants them to fear them. But there's also, when you get great fear, you also have or we need as human beings to find the hope. And so the dictator that doesn't understand that doesn't understand anything, because the more fear he creates, the more that Russians will look for new hope. Okay, and we have here the Six of Swords as the outcome. Six of Swords, Navalny, there's his wife. Oh my God. Okay, so the Six of Swords is moving out of troubled waters, getting himself out of trouble, like almost like, okay, I do this and this is one less front that I need to fight on. But in doing it brought the Tower. Yes, this is a yes card. Yes, he did do this. But in doing so, clarified by the Tower, he has brought the Tower down upon himself, because we have the truth in the sky crowning this reading. We have the Knight of Swords, more information coming out. We have the woman who will be instrumental. Now I got this. It's quite a spiritual card. I got this Queen of Wands in my past reading a year ago. I'll see if I can link it underneath this video for you. And I do believe this is his wife. So we're going to see women, or if it's not his wife, it could be, again, I think there's another wife of another opposition leader also speaking out. Women are starting to move against him. Okay, so we have at the base of the pack the Seven of Wands defending himself. We get the Temperance card, healing and moderation and money. But look how insecure he actually is. Okay, so I'll just quickly look at what the fallout. Yes, he did murder him. He did it to send a very strong message of brutality to his opposition, but I see women being a force that he cannot counter. Now, he's already imprisoned Ekaterina. I forget her last name. She is the television star. I think he's already... Did he imprison her as well? He's accusing her of crimes in filling out a form to stand against him incorrectly, manufacturing crimes, etc., etc. But he will not be able to put down women. All right, let's see. Navalny's death. Now, this is a martyrdom as well. How will Alexei Navalny's death be received in Russia? Will it cause opposition to Putin? Will Navalny's death increase opposition to Vladimir Putin? So we have here the Two of Wands, something coming to fruition in time. Look at the key that opens the lock. So this is a building up, and we get the Knight of Cups again. It's almost like the sacrifice, the Knight of Cups. It's done quickly. It's shocked many, and it's also again something that will build in time. This support will build in time. We get the Queen of Swords again, another woman. Logic, objectivity. The Russians, starting to, again, if they feel fearful, looking for hope, but also hard logic, understanding what is actually going on in their country. The Queen of Coins would be the economy really impacting here. The Queen of Coins, again, another queen, three queens. Women are starting to fight back. Women who get a car when they lose their husband or their son, and even now aren't getting that. Who may be doing it tough. It's about domestic security. That's in the past. Putin can't guarantee that now. He can't even guarantee them freedom to leave Russia. Many have closed their borders to Russians. The Six of Wands in the sky, we get victory. And then we get the King of Wands in the immediate future. Will this increase opposition in time? Seven of Swords, lies and deceit. And then we get the Ace of Wands, a movement beginning. It's fairly transparent, isn't it? The Eight of Swords, restriction and incarceration. Still the fear that I will be put into prison, but the outcome is the Five of Wands, opposition increasing in time. Opposition increasing in time. King of Pentacles, we could have earth energy, and the Chariot moving very, very quickly. Opposition increasing to Putin in time is what I see. Even though his rigged election, he may be victorious, it's almost like the cat is already out of the bag. The families, the hope, the fear, young people, and there's the hope. And interestingly enough, we have the Hanged Man, which is looking at things in a different way, an awareness, a slow dawning awareness coming through. So if he wanted to stamp out opposition, he may have done in the immediate short term, but in the longer term, this fuels further opposition to him. Okay, let's look at whether or not the ex-president, New York fraud case, will it be successful upon appeal? I already know the answer is no. The New York fraud case, will it be successful on appeal? The New York fraud case for the ex-president, he's appealing it. Will it be successful? Will the ex-president's appeal be successful on appeal? Okay, will the ex-president's appeal to the New York fraud case be successful? Gosh. Four of Swords image I'm getting here, and the walls are closing in. Four of Swords, for those that don't know, it's can be mortally wounded, and it's like almost like a tomb. The walls are closing in. The Queen of Coins here, and that is domestic, that is security, money flow. The Lovers, okay, the Lovers card, that is Trump's card. He's a Gemini. His cult, I understand they're already fundraising. Get the Ace of Cups, a lot of emotion. And then we get moderation as in the past. We're moving into very, very volatile territory here now. All pretense, all the gloves are off, so to speak. And there we have the Five of Wands. Now, I really didn't want to see that, but we get also obstacles, challenges, and partisanships, fighting. That's in the sky. All gloves are off. But then we get to the immediate future, the Nine of Wands, boundaries. Having to say no. He's never been held accountable. Now he is accountable. Page of Wands. So we get this might be the only way that it could be his ban. His ban might be upheld. Like the monetary damages, I feel, will be upheld. His ban, I think, for 3 years will be upheld, but maybe, his sons that ban might be removed. I don't know, because we just have loss. Also, the Page of Wands is not the king, is it? So his power is diminished, and the Eight of Cups is loss. The Empress card in the hopes and fears, abundance, something coming to fruition in time, in about it, the time that it takes for the harvest to be reaped. In the hopes and fears, for him, even if he hasn't got immediate monetary strife right now, there's a fear here that a period of time he starts to run out of money. I asked, would he be successful? And this is the outcome card, the Three of Swords. No, heartbreak and loss. And the Tower. And for those who, this person could have stayed in New York and lived out his days on the sideline and not gone through any of this. This person could have been a good president and not committed anything that he needed to be indicted for. This person, in attacking the judge, in not presenting evidence in a logical way, but instead making it political, has brought this Tower down upon himself. So it's not going to be successful. Okay, at all. This is a downfall, like I said. All right, where are we at now? SCOTUS and the immunity. I just want to go there. I know the 14th Amendment is a bit disappointing. I do believe the Supreme Court are looking for an off-ramp. On the immunity, it should be a lay down misere. In other words, it should be fairly clear he doesn't have immunity. And I felt that the Supreme Court will find that he does not have immunity. In either sending it back, upholding the appeals court decision, or making a ruling themselves. In either way, this doesn't go very well for Trump. So, will the Supreme Court uphold the DC Appeals Court's decision that Trump does not have immunity from criminal proposition. Interesting. Does not have immunity from criminal prosecution. Will SCOTUS uphold the Appeals Court decision that Trump does not have immunity? So I know that America's laws are not based on the UK's laws. It's a different kind of thing, but there are some similarities. In Australia here, we use what's known as the Westminster system. There's something around the UK, some kind of legal, he's not a king sort of thing. Okay, so we get the 7 of coins. So this is plan A doesn't work, plan B. Temperance and moderation. You're going to get a moderate decision. Okay, so we get the 4 of Wands, and that is it's a card of celebration. We get the Ace of Coins in the past. This is in the past. The Ace of Coins in the past. We get the 8 of Wands. It's in the sky. So there's a potential. There is a potential for this decision to come soon. Okay, it's not going to be delayed. It's not going to be a month away. It's likely to be weeks away. Could even be 8 days away. But again, I put that disclaimer on time. We get the Emperor card, control, the President's card. We get the 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, and the 6 of Coins. A lot around money. If he was immune, there would be nothing stopping him from literally making money on the presidency. And of course, we already know he's done that. That's the irony here. The 10 of Cups, of course, is the people. And then we get the Hermit card, introspection, isolation. And the 4 of Cups, 3 cups lost, 1 remaining. And we get the 5 of Swords here. There would be nothing to stop him abusing his power. The King of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the 3 of Wands. Okay, so they will uphold the decision. And again, the Hermit card, it's almost like he's in isolation. He expected. It might not be unanimous, although you would think it would be. The Magician card, I'm going to clarify. Will they uphold Will they uphold? Yeah, the 9 of coins. Independence. Will they uphold the DC court's decision? We get the Hermit again. That's interesting. Isolated. Somebody's very isolated. Virgo. All right. Will they uphold the DC court? He will be isolated and disappointed. Something coming to fruition in time. And the 10 of Cups, yeah, the voter, the people, and the 3 of Coins. You're getting an overwhelming decision by SCOTUS to uphold the decision, and we get the Temperance card. There's something around that Hermit card for it to come up twice. He is isolated. He is not a president. He is not. He does not have that immunity, and he will be disappointed because they cannot abuse their power and have free reign to do that. So very much that Hermit card. The Hermit card is isolation. It's reflection, introspection. It is the dark tunnel. And you have to go through that by yourself. So he's a man. He's not a king. And he's not above the law. Okay, so let's have a look at the assets, the frozen assets for Ukraine. All right, now, I should also say that Ukraine has a security pact also with the UK. All right, so let's see. Will President Biden move to unfreeze Russia's assets for Ukraine? Will Russia's frozen assets be given? Will the US President Biden provide Ukraine with these frozen assets? So we get the 5 of Wands, partisanship, and the Hangman. So the Congress is stalling. He can't get any aid through for Ukraine. I think it's pretty important, isn't it, that we know now of Putin's attempts to impact us all. The Queen of Coins, domestic security, the Fool card. He's already done this. Biden's already fairly far down the track around looking at if he has the authority to do this. Yeah. It's in the sky, 2 of Wands, something coming to fruition in time. We get the 9 of Wands as the outcome, boundaries, weariness, but we finally get the clarifier of the 3 of Cups, celebrations, and then we get deals done. So it's not going to happen immediately, I don't think, but he's already further down the way to get this done. It's definitely something he's not going to give up on, and it looks like a deal will be done. All right, Europe is also holding about 200 million euros of frozen Russian assets. Will Europe release these to Ukraine? Will Europe release these to Ukraine? The Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. I won't go any further. You're likely to see Europe do this before the US. Okay? It's a very, very strong yes. Okay, so now I'm just going to change decks, and I want to drill down as we're talking about Russia on this nuclear-powered space weapon that would be capable of taking out satellite. Now remember, Russia was experimenting with submarines that could have nuclear weapons capable of long-range striking. It's not new, their experimentation. Let's have a look. First of all, is Russia, now that we've got more details, is Russia experimenting, developing a weapon, nuclear-powered device capable of taking out the world's satellites? The devil card. The devil card. And the King of Wands, yeah. Okay. The King of Wands. Fire, fire, and Chariot. Fire, the Devil, the King of Wands, fire energy, and the Chariot moving very, very quickly. And then we get my card for Russia, the Empress card. So that is a yes. The Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Swords trying to restrict them. Yeah, this is about, it's about gaining control. Gaining control. Okay, will they or will they actually do it? Will they put a nuclear-powered device in space? Will Russia put a nuclear-powered device? Getting the Ten of Swords image, someone's downfall. But anyway, will Russia put a nuclear-powered device in space, capable of taking out our satellites? The Two of Cups, Venus in Cancer. The Two of Cups deals. I wonder who they're doing this with. They're not alone. They're not doing this in isolation. And the Three of Coins, there could be more than one person, one party involved. The Two of Cups and the Three of Coins working with others to do this. Mars in Capricorn energy, they're being funded by somebody else to help do this. I wonder if that's China. Justice, the Justice card, the very karmic card at the foundation of the reading, and the Moon, Pisces energy, that's in the past. This has been done under the radar, so to speak. This has been a long time in the planning, and they're not alone in doing this. There's others involved. The Page of Swords, treason, traitor, Page of Swords, a revelation, and then we get the Hierophant card, government. We get the Queen of Cups, nurturing, caring for oneself, caring for one. It's in a way, if you want to look at his point of view, if I have the upper hand, Putin, if I have the upper hand, then if they threaten me, I can protect myself. But this goes a bit further. If I invade other countries and they push back, I can threaten them as well. The Two of Coins, which is exactly what he did with the gas as well when he invaded Ukraine. This is an extrapolation of that. The Two of Coins, juggling in the hopes and fears, will they? And we get the Hermit. So something occurs that puts his plans out of reach. Same with Trump. The ex-president, the Knight of Swords, truth, isolation, truth, and the Two of Swords, crossroads, heavy decisions to be made, and the Three of Cups, unity, coming together, the Three of Swords, heartbreak and loss, Five of Cups, loss, 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 and then we get the Hanged Man, paused. Okay, whatever the world is doing in response to this, I think you'll find that it's going to be stopped. Interestingly, though, there's another, I would assume, country, perhaps more than one, who have given him money. They've contributed to this experimentation. And I think it was in my 2022 predictions, I thought that China might be really doing something similar. And I wonder if China is involved here. Let's have a look. Has China contributed to this development of this nuclear-powered weapon that would be capable send an energy wave, be capable of taking out satellites. Has China contributed? Okay, let's get this order right. We get the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's money that I think that they have contributed. Princess of Cups. And then we get the Devil card again. The King of Wands in the past. Okay, let's have a look. And the Eight of Swords. Restriction, paranoia. And then the Nine of Coins tells me China has given money to Russia to help them do this testing, experimentation. The Six of Coins backs my intuition up. And again, it is a threat to the US. It's a threat to the US. So this isn't just Russia. There's China is involved in some way as well. Okay, but it looks like whatever the world does, it kind of ends it. It doesn't come to pass. And so many of you look for hope. Well, I can say to you that the ex-president is facing a lot of karma and a downfall. I can say that Putin looks like he is in a similar position. I can say that Ukraine is going to get the money that they need. The situation that is pressing to me that I won't read on today is the situation for the Palestinians in Gaza. However, that we'll leave that for another day. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and bye for now.